Hey everybody, Artemiis from Renegade back with one of our last episodes here as I prepare to hit up Victory Road. I actually took a fairly lengthy detour. I went around to... This is something I highly recommend before you go take on Victory Road. I went to every previous route. I got all the hidden items. I got all the items I couldn't access before because I didn't have Surf or Waterfall. And this was very useful because it actually let me get TMs such as Earthquake and Psychic, which has greatly powered up my team. Anyway, it looks like the badge checker trainer at Victory Road is finally going to challenge us to a battle here. We've never seen this happening before. So what do we got? Starting off with the Carbink, which is Rock Fairy, so it should be weak to grass moves, but it's also very defensively strong. So we'll see what it does. Moonblast. Which is going to lower my special attack and make it more difficult to take out this thing. Oh, Carbink just barely hanging on there. Alright, we'll finish off with a Psychic. Next up is a Kingdra. Dragon and Water. So, we're going to go ahead and use Draco Meteor. If we can survive its Dragon Pulse here. Which we can. We got Draco Meteor from the Move Tutor person in the last episode, as I recall. And let's see. Kingdra is down. Next up is a Raichu. I'm gonna write you a love song. So we'll switch to Antoinette. And as we've been doing against electric types throughout the entire game, we will hit it with a Stab Return. Stealth Rock dealing a little bit of damage to Furfrou, but not enough that we really need to worry. Alright, and the trainer steps aside. There we go, all 8 badges. I've got to say, the gate check in Pokemon Black and White 2 definitely took the cake. Although this isn't bad. Actually, that's not bad at all. That certainly fits with the regional theme. Okay. I take it back. That just totally blew away the Black-White 2-1. Oh! And the longer I talk, the more things it did. Let's go. Here we are, Victory Road. Pull out our handy-dandy dowsing machine. Get ready to find any hidden items. And we're off. Whether this takes an hour or an age. Here's our first trainer. One Pokemon, leading with a Weavile, Darken Ice. A very strong and fast Pokemon, but it's going to be weak, like many things, to our fairy moves here. So we'll start off with Dazzling Gleam. I actually went back from Moonblast to Dazzling Gleam for a very specific reason. That, Flabebe's final form here, Florjace, is probably going to be a doubles Pokemon. And as a doubles Pokemon, we are going to want it to... Look out. We're going to want it to be able to hit multiple targets. Anyway, we'll use Power Up Punch here, finish off Weavile. I actually remember to take... No, I did not. I'm still missing my Delphox, but we'll get it at the end of the round, in case I need to fly anywhere afterwards. Dowsing Machine finding our first item here, X attack. And we'll keep going. Alright, wild Pokemon, what have we got?
Yarn.
Welcome back, you were quick.
I did a half hour, 15 minutes running. Started just 20 something quick pull-ups and then just hard everything else.
Alright, right away we're going to switch out Floor Jace for Blastoise. We can use the Rock Smash here in order to create a shortcut. We're at Victory Road. I'm not going to have time to get to the Elite Four. Quite.
I can't feel my legs. Keep learning.
Alright, and we'll take on this trainer anyway. Claiming he'll lead with a Steelix. Steelix has very high physical defense, such that Blastoise isn't going to be able to put a scratch into it. But we do have another available Pokemon with special Water-type moves, and that would be Dragalge.
Is all your stuff around at level right now?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why you're saying that. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure ooh, poison.
Yeah, see, look at that.
Oh, Dragalge moves quicker.
No, it's a very slow Pokemon in general, which is one of the reasons why I had so much trouble with Mega Charizard. It's quite possibly the slowest Dragon-type Pokemon at least yet. Right down there with, I can't even remember what it's called. So we'll try a Surf here, see what kind of damage we can do to Steelix. And that's actually enough to take it out, thankfully.
Very similar to Fire, too. And remember, you're not going against fully EV trained Pokemon.
Actually, at this point you are. At this point in the game, they will have full EVs. And also...
Point is, it's not like they're good EVs, though.
No, they will usually be... it's a complicated discussion to get into.
But are you on hard mode, too?
No, there's no hard mode for these games.
I thought you were talking about raging about how there was going to be.
No, I was raging about how there wasn't. In Black and White 2, I actually did play on like the quote-unquote hard mode like throughout, and it was really rewarding actually.
How much harder was it? Or just everything had a higher level?
It just made it so that the EVs were more evenly spread, and the trainers were it didn't do anything to the levels, but it improved the AI basically.
They just made better decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of like lock on, it failed.
I mean, it's never quite that bad, but...
You surprised. I've had that a couple times.
Kangaskhan pulling out another Dizzy Punch there. But only confusing itself.
What does Dizzy Punch do?
It has a chance to confuse the Pokemon it's hitting, and it hits twice. Alright, next up is Electrode. We're not going to switch out since we have the new Earthquake TM. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, Electrode moves first, uses Thunder. We dodge the Thunder, and Earthquake hits powerful enough to knock it out. Here's a fighting type trainer. With only a single Pokemon, Machamp. Once again, the trainer's hitting relatively hard with the unexpected super effective moves here. Champ, for example, leading with Earthquake. A single Dusk Ball hidden back in the corner here. And we'll catch this Battle Girl around the corner. Whoops. And our attempt to use a Pokeball allows Girder to hit us with a Focus Punch, actually.
Oh, wow.
This just got more interesting. So I'll switch to Dusk Ball.
He's done in first place.
Should have. But I was like, I have 2 Ultra Balls. I'm probably not going to be catching too many Pokemon on this run. Why not? At any rate, Dusk Ball is successful. OP as always.
Dusk Ball. Your legendary. Your best friend is catching legendary Pokemon.
Yep.
Or Timer Balls. Dusk Balls and Timer Balls. That's all you need.
And we're waiting on that Battle Girl to come around the corner again. She's taking her time. Where did she go, actually? Oh, there she is. We're going to want to take out every possible trainer in Victory Road to make sure we have as much level advantage as possible. Alright, the trainer opening with the Fighting and Flying type Hawlucha, which is a horrible matchup for our Pokemon here. So we're going to switch out immediately.
Fire Flying, that was an interesting mix.
That's actually who I just switched for. Yeah, Fire Flying is, it's interesting. We haven't seen it since Moltres. Switched in for Talonflame.
Oh no, I meant the Fighting, no, I said Fighting and Flying.
That one too. It's,
Talonflame is, I think that was a good choice.
agreed.
It changes it up a bit. I always thought that the choice for Thunder Flying and Zapdos was interesting because it negated the non-effective.
Yes.
Sometimes I hate when Pokemon do that.
I'm quite fond of Zapdos in general, though.
Oh, I just meant when you have a non-effective become normal effective because of the opposite type.
Mm-hmm.
Like Water on Empoleon. And Mud, too. Earthquake kills it.
Go to our handy-dandy Moo Moo Milks again. Actually, just that first floor actually gave our party quite a beating here. Need to play a little bit smarter.
with Mega Blastoise. The Victory Road usually does beat with him anyway.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Lead with Blastoise. Always lead with the water type in Victory Road.
I actually am leading with Blastoise.
And I can't say anything because I was overleveled like crazy by the time I got to Victory Road, so. But you're doing everything. I'm surprised you're kind of under leveled.
I'm not really under leveled. It's just I'm not massively over leveled. I'm about 6 under now. I also kind of stopped catching Pokemon for the most part about halfway through the game.
So you guys stopped and then started again.
Well, I'm still catching them. I'm just not going out of my way to track down rare species.
Back on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's now that I've really read how it works, it's like you're getting like 3 times the experience or 3.8 times or something ridiculous like that because of the way it divides it up. So it's literally objectively better to use XP share. Alright, we have a Haxorus versus Blastoise here. No one has a clear advantage, so we're going to use Power Up Punch, Mega Evolve, and then follow up with Strength, actually. And that should be enough to take it out.
You can put Ice Beam on Blastoise?
I wanted to have Ice Punch, but it's not available from Move Tutors yet, and Blastoise is a completely physically attacking Pokemon.
So Ice Beam at least for, what's it called, at least for health. It already has a very high base damage anyway.
And as I said, Strength is able to finish Haxorus off there.
I love our Pokemon philosophical discussions for these videos too.
Right, and philosophically, I don't like to turn a Pokemon that is clearly balanced one way into a mixed attacker.
For finishing the story, I don't mind.
Generally, for finishing the story, I don't mind either, but this time, like, this entire team is 5 out of the 8 Pokemon that I've been using as I've gone through the game are literally competitive Pokemon.
Catch your Absol yet? Or are you
I'm not catching a new Absol. Nonsense.
I hate when the dodging machine's like, it's here. No, it's here. Oh, by the way, you need to jump over that ledge. Oh, wait, you can't jump over this way. Fuck you.
Pretty much. And here we have a stone hopping course, it would appear. What the devil did I put my stylus? That was a good question. Alright, the Battle Girl leading with Medicham. Fighting in Psychic. No clear advantage here. I'm probably just going to literally Mega Evolve and do something else every single battle here. Oh, Medicham carrying Thunder Punch.
I was lucky because Green Ninja knew Psychic too, and Dark Slash, so with Extra Sentry, Extra Sentry, Dark Slash, Surf, and Ice Beam, so he was easy to just use him for Victory Road.
And here's the Shadow of a Pokemon. What have we got? Just another Graveler. Here's our next hidden item, an Ultra Ball. And here's a Druddigon. Oh, this is the Dragon-type Pokemon I was trying to find the words for earlier in the game. At any rate, let's lead with Earthquake. And again. Not actually sure what it just used there. Attack fell, defense fell, superpower. Alright, next in line. And we're back to the Dusk Bowl. Which has almost no effect at all, interestingly enough. Drudagon trying to use Rock Climb again is going to hit itself on the Rocky Helmet, take its HP down much lower, so this Dust Ball basically has to work. Ooh, and Drudagon escapes. To use Dragon Tail, trying to knock Furfrou out of the battle, but taking damage instead. And Drudagon faints. Alright, so let's go ahead and use a Repel for right now. And here's our next trainer. Who's going to lead with Espeon. We'll just go ahead and use Sucker Punch in case it tries to hit us with a powerful Psychic or something. Which is actually going to be enough to almost take it out in one hit. Espeon using Future Sight, and we'll finish it off with a non-very effective Rock Smash. Which is enough to do the job. Continuing onward, we now have the ability to push the rock a little bit out of the way. There's only really one way we can push it, so we'll go ahead and do that. If there's one difficulty piece that I have been pleased with in these Pokemon games, it's the boulder puzzles, surprisingly enough. So here's a double battle, Brains and Brawn, Psychic and Fighter. And we have Medicham and Gallade, an interesting combination. Up against Talonflame and Furfrou. Furfrou is at a horrible type disadvantage, so we're going to switch it out. Actually for Florges. And then Talonflame, we can go ahead and use Air Slash on the more dangerous Pokemon, which is probably Gallade. Which actually takes it out almost instantly. And Medicham is left. To use Zen Headbutt on Talonflame, which does not do it does a significant amount of damage, but not enough to worry about. So we'll follow it up with another Aerial Ace and Dazzling Gleam, both of which should move before Medicham. And Medicham is down. And we're actually going to replace Draco Meteor with Twister. Twister is a useful move in that it can actually get berries off of the berry trees on various routes in the game. So we can go around and do that at a later date. Go ahead and go ahead outside for a moment, which just gives us a rare candy. Actually, it looks like we missed something before, so we'll backtrack slightly to go up. And here's another fighter. Black Belt Ander. Leading with Pangoro, Dark and Fighting type. So technically we could try to hit it with Rock Smash. It will use a physical move on its own, and it'll probably be a powerful fighting move. So we'll see how much damage this did. It's going to use Hammer Arm, which is going to deal a significant amount of damage. Actually enough to take us down. However, Pangoro's speed falls, and it is damaged by the Rocky Helmets. Next up is Talonflame, who can use Aerial Ace to quickly finish the battle. Followed up by Heracross, who is doubly weak to flying type moves, so we'll take it out immediately. We can see there's a hidden item up here somewhere, as well as a non-hidden Carbos. And a Haunter. We do already have Haunter, so we'll escape. And a Smooth Rock is hidden in the cave wall. So now we're retracing our steps back to continue heading outside. Up around the boulder. Actually, we'll go ahead and use an O power for stealth. And head on outside again. We have another strength location. Leading to a revive. And this boulder, I believe, is part of making a backtracking route through Victory Road. Let's find out. Yes, so this was the boulder we saw at the very beginning. So what we're doing right now is creating a way to easily get from the bottom to the top of Victory Road without exploring lots of side paths.